Today, we're going to be talking about the USA wrestlers' results from the first major senior level competition, the Henri Deglane Grand Prix. So first off, at 57 kgs, the weight class which the USA sent the most wrestlers in, they sent Nick Suriano, Thomas Gilman, and Vito Ruschel, all three of who are going to compete in the Olympic trials. So it was a pretty good preview of that. First round, Gilman had a good win over an Azerbaijani wrestler, I forgot the name. Then, like predicted, we saw him go up against Vito Ruschel in the quarterfinals. And a lot of people thought Vito was going to win. His style matches well with Thomas. He's very fast-paced, takes a lot of shots, while Gilman is kind of calculated, doesn't take a lot, kind of like Nick Suriano. But Vito ended up losing. I think it was 6-2. Thomas Gilman won and advanced to the semifinals. Then in the bottom half of the bracket, Nick Suriano wrestled very well, beat a good Azerbaijani wrestler, and then in the semis was against a Georgian wrestler. Beat him, I think it was like 6-4 to go to the finals. And then in the other semifinals, Gilman versus Islam from Azerbaijan. Gilman lost that one 6-6 on criteria. So then the finals, Islam, great guy, great misdirection, versus Nick Suriano, a guy who had lost to Vito Ruschel in the past, and I don't think a lot of people expected him to make even the finals. Ended up beating Islam, I think it was 6-1, and the only point that Islam scored was on the shot clock when Nick Suriano was on the shot clock. So yeah, pretty good wrestling from Nick Suriano. Then in the consolation, Gilman wrestled back and ended up taking third, while Vito took a loss in the consolation semis. So finished off with Nick Suriano taking first, Islam taking second. And then for this tournament, they don't wrestle the two consolation semifinal winners against each other. So we had two third place winners. Gilman was one of them, and then Vito took fourth. And then at 65 kgs, US sent two guys there, Yanni Diakomahalis and James Green. Guys who have wrestled before, Green losing to Yanni, and I think both of the times they wrestled. And then basically throughout this whole tournament, Green and Yanni just tacked their way through everybody, except Green had a close match in the semis with Turan from Azerbaijan. I think it was like 3-1, 3-0, something like that, but ended up making the finals, while Yanni just destroyed everybody, even in the quarters or the semis. Was against Vladimir Kinchikashvili, who he lost to on criteria 4-4 at Beat the Streets. Ended up teching him 13-2 to make the finals against James Green. And there just wrestled extremely well. I think it was up 3-0 at the break, and then got another takedown to go up 5-0 and win the match. 74 kgs, only one wrestler from the USA competing here, and it was Kyle Dake, not JB. Dake usually competes at 79, but moving down for the Olympics coming up. So Russell's pretty good here, pretty comfortably here, teched his way through the whole thing, was a favorite, and really proved why he's going to be a force to be reckoned with for JB in the Olympic trials. Like I said, teched his way through the whole thing, had one close match in the finals, but it was still only by like 4 or 5 points, and ended up winning the whole entire tournament. At 86 kgs, USA only sent Zahid Valencia here. First round, I had a tough draw. I had to go up against the guy, Russian wrestler, who ended up winning the whole entire tournament. But then in the consolation bracket, I ended up winning out to get third place. At 97 kgs, Kyle Snyder looked really strong in this weight class. It was a round robin because there's only 7 guys, but ended up winning 3 matches in the group stages, and then beat Sharifov in the, I think it was the semis, rematch of the World Finals, where he won that one as well. And then won his last match 15-3 and won the whole entire tournament. Then at 125 pounds, the last weight class, USA only had Nick Wadowski here. And he wrestled pretty good up until the semis, had I think 1 or 2 techs, but then took a tough, I think 4-4 criteria loss to Robert Baran of Poland, I'm pretty sure. And in the consolation, won his both matches there by tech fall to get third place. So overall, pretty strong showing by the US. Had a person place top 4 every single weight class, so that was pretty good. Should be a pretty good team going into the Olympics. Yeah, it's gonna wrap up our video for today. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, and stuff more as content like this.